go.
Wagwan!
Wagwan, everybody.
Hello.
What a lovely day it is.
Absolutely.
Magnificent.
For the ops, of
Stunning. Not
course.
for the ops, it's a stunning occasion. The sun is shining, there's a little bit of rain, lovely weather.
Back from the fall break or what?
The international break. Oh, that was so cuck.
Yeah, it was a cuck.
That was cuck.
Break.
We hate
Lots of
international
players
breaks.
due to fucking mad cuck.
Who did you lose?
I don't know.
You just fucking making excuses, bro.
I think Rashi got injured, didn't he?
No, Rashi pulled out due to injury. Then Rashi was seen in New York trying to take pictures.
No,
Rashi
that's
think
why
that
we
he's
played
a
so
big
cuck
man,
because
bro.
Rashi had a tibia misplacement.
No, do you know what? No, this happens every time Rashford goes on a bit of form. He starts thinking he's that guy, blood. You just see him on podcasts with LeBron.
Maji's back starts
Yeah, you see him on podcasts with LeBron. You know what I think, eh? I was like, Rashi, get the fuck up.
Is he on the podcast with LeBron?
Yes, on that barbershop thing.
I didn't
That was like
see
2
that.
years ago.
I didn't see that.
Yes, it was like Bron them and.
Did you see that one of Drake and Yari? Drake and Yari.
Oh,
Drake's
yeah.
never on podcast.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
that-
just one. That's a
that
just
was
a
weird.
just one.
Drake's a dumb night.
When he's not. He's cool.
a dumb night.
He's like cool. He said,
Him
when he said,
and-
if I
and
see
DJ
Jason
Khaled.
Momoa putting up here, I won't be surprised. It's
It's
like,
like-
I was like, oh, Drake, you're actually a cool dude.
No.
I didn't know him and Yari was so close. Actually, like that, brothers.
It's fucking little Yadi, blood. He's a vibe.
He's a vibe.
He's a vibe, blood. He's made a career. But fuck it, we're here to talk about football.
Yeah.
Listen. The capitulation of Manchester United. No wins in your last 3, eh?
Ah, fuck.
You're still drunk from the Carabao Cup win.
Yeah, we all drunk from the guy.
Drunk.
But I think Casemiro not being there is a big game changer for us. We still need to get to that stage of our playing ability where one piece in our cog doesn't derail our whole thing. You know what I mean?
No. I will not allow this one to slide so easily. What has been clear for the last few United games is that you have been playing shit and getting away with it. You've been playing shit and getting away with it. Think about the last game me and you covered, Fulham. You were playing shit and you got away with it because of some miracle refereeing and some stupidity from Willian. You have not been playing well for a minute, blood. And I still stand by it. Look, this isn't reactionary to the performance. I said it a couple of weeks ago and I say it now. United under Erik ten Hag are doing the exact same thing I saw under Oli. You still long ball FC. When I watch your games, I wonder why the ball is in the air so much. You just like when I play that ball over the top.
That's like our Sunday thing.
The Sunday League fucking football. So I've been seeing it, but you were getting results. Defensively, you saw a lot better. I must give ten Hag his praise. But going forward, I was told that he's this attacking genius. But wait.
And thing, to be honest with you,
Wait.
I told you at the beginning of the thing that I don't see. Look, I'll be real. We don't play exquisite football. We don't. We are on a team that plays exquisite football. We can get the results, and that's as far as I can really ask from Tina. But at the same time, I think being able to play. Look, you think about it. Arteta never played exquisite football when he started at Arsenal.
That is true.
You know what I mean?
True.
It takes a while to build exquisite football. It really takes layering.
It does.
You can't make that with your first. I think your starting point needs to be your defense. Have a solid keeper, have a good defense, and then you can worry about playing exquisite football. So I think our first layer has been set. All we really need to do now is work on having a game style that we can impose on people. Like now, we don't impose our game style on people. We kind of play the game, and we kind of play the game as the game is. Do you know what I mean? Like whatever the game is, we'll play that game. If we can play good football, we will. But if you're playing a strong team, we don't have a game style we can impose on them. We would need to play to whatever the game state is in that moment. Like let's say play City, City's gonna have possession. Now we need to long ball. We want to be like, hey, let's play our game style. We do some cack, whatever, triangles, blah blah blah, and yeah, that's just what it is. I think at this point.
Look, I was explaining to the names how I decide. Look, I watch a copious amount of soccer. I do need to work on it. It is a problem. That's it too. Hentai also. We just had that hentai meme. That was quality, bro. You do. Sometimes you can't be rubbing it out to just you can't do the cream party. It gets old, blood. You gotta freshen it up sometimes, you know. I was gonna say now, so let's go Premier League table. So what I was very surprised by was the fact that Newcastle on the same points
Yeah,
as you.
they 11 points. 11
But your goal difference is just dog shit.
dog shit,
That makes sense that you have a goal difference of 4. You have only scored 41 goals.
And Spurs is 1 point behind us. Okay, we
No,
have a
but
game in
yeah,
hand.
you have a game in hand, but it's Spurs.
But still.
But I like that vibe, blood. I like that vibe. That's all I'm saying. You have been third the entire season.
Not the entire season.
You have been up there for so long.
We've had a climb. We weren't always third.
You've been there for more games than you weren't. For like the last maybe 15.
In recent times,
Yeah, for like maybe like the last 15 games you've been there.
Ever since that break, the World Cup break.
Yes.
That's when we really like got our shit kind of in order.
Yeah, and then it started that it's the climb, and then it's, and
now
then top of the league by Christmas.
Yeah,
all that
we need to like steady the ship now at this point. We need to like we need to get out of this rut.
This funk. No, it's definitely. I'm seeing a capitulation like at hand, and I know you have the easiest run of games. No, I think like Newcastle still has a terrible run. Tottenham's got an okayish run. You have the easiest run of games.
Yeah.
You have all winnable teams. Like you have Everton, Brentford, Nottingham Forest, Chelsea is your only like decent team. Spurs. Okay, Chelsea, Spurs. Villa, Brighton away is going to be a tough one. West Ham, Wolves, Bournemouth, Fulham.
It's just Brighton, Spurs, and Chelsea.
Yeah, like do you see? That's like very light. That's very light games. Like compared to the people around you, like you have the easiest run in. So you should technically easily get third. If you don't, I will be here for the laughter, obviously. I'm obviously going to be keeping. But going back to the game, was Wan-Bissaka on the bench?
Yeah, I was on the bench. Tello played.
Now, I ask you. Now, my question is, Ten Hag, you do a lot of things that make me praise you sometimes, and then you do a lot of things where I need to shit on you. And this week, I need to shit on you. First question is, why at halftime was Wan-Bissaka not brought on for the low? Because Saint Maximin was tearing the low up. He was tearing the low up. Yeah, the best thing is you bring on Wan-Bissaka, you've now shut down their main threat because there was no Almiron. Almiron was injured. So Almiron was not there. So you just shut off their main flank, their left flank, shut it off. Murphy was useless, blood. He wasn't doing shit. Blood. Man looks like a generic character on GTA, blood. So that's my first question. Second question is, why in the 68th minute are we taking off Rafa Varane and Martinez? Why did both of your centre-backs leave the field?
Fuck no, I don't know about that one.
What?
That was a strange one. That was strange. I can understand the low and Wan-Bissaka because it's kind of a give and a take a little bit. Like if you have Wan-Bissaka now, the effect of like that imbalance that like one of your wing backs can't really provide that kind of attacking theory, can't really do that kind of the kind of play that the low can play. That effect has a massive bearing on like us being able to put something together like offensively.
Okay, I see.
Just that one. And Luke Shaw is no fucking Ronaldinho himself. Do you know what I mean? So if I'd say out of our wing backs, the low is the best going forward. He's the best going forward. And if you now take the low out of the picture, we have two reasonably good defensive fullbacks that aren't exactly like great going forward. And in today's game, if you don't have that, the wing backs that can do that. Bro, like you had a disadvantage.
But I'm telling you, you're speaking in general terms. You're out here fucking talking about astrology and all the stupid cack. I'm talking about in the game. In the game, it's clear that Saint Maximin shot up something before the game. That nigga was pumped as fuck. If he plays United, he's pumped as fuck, blood. So he was turned up. And I think in that case, if you stifle them, you maybe give yourself a bit more breathing room. Because Saint Maximin was having, I thought it was Trent playing it right back for you, so I won't lie, blood. He was taking
he was definitely taking money. But look, like, Saint Maximin is gonna do that, bro. He's gonna do that. Even with Wan-Bissaka, he might still.
Wan-Bissaka is definitely gonna shut him down. I haven't seen Wan-Bissaka have a bad game defensively. Like I haven't seen Wan-Bissaka get torn up by a winger, and I don't think we can say a lot about Wan-Bissaka, but I think I've never seen it.
Yeah, defensively it's hard.
It's very difficult to team up. Zaha, anyone, blood. Like the best psycho wingers in the league, Wan-Bissaka deals.
He's even dealt with Mbappe in that game.
That's what I'm telling you. He's a very good man marking defender in that sense. But I'm more questioning why is our two center backs being so Well, I've never seen a game like that.
I think he was just clutching at straws. He was kind of out of ideas. I don't really know what he was doing.
Where's Garnacho?
Garnacho. I don't know why Garnacho didn't play. Garnacho's a hit and miss sometimes. He's still very good, but he still has like a lot of learning to do in terms of like affecting the game. Sancho. Look, I'd rather bring on Garnacho than Sancho. Because like as I told Bakes before the game, and I always say this about Sancho. Sancho's brilliant. Like we had the comparison between Sancho, the $80 million player, $80 million euro player, and fucking
Trossard,
the 21 million. There's just, in terms of, let's say, technical ability, you can say Sancho edges him. But in terms of bravery and offensive output, which is what matters in the game, Sancho is just nowhere near. Sancho's not brave enough. I don't know what it is. He just plays like a pussy all the time.
He is.
All
He's
the time.
too emotional.
I don't see Sancho like, oh, you know that moment like, it's Sancho. Like, you know, he doesn't
like
put
when he's
fear in
being
anyone's
down.
hearts.
When he's being down, there's never a being down moment.
Yeah,
He's
so
just
it's like
running at pace.
if you're walking down like a dark alley now, and you see like a colored blue coming at you with like a roll. Do you know what I mean? You're gonna be at fear. Sancho is the equivalent to like a white skater boy coming down that alleyway. Like you ain't gonna be scared as shit. You're gonna be like, okay, you may pass, skater boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke this one. I'm gonna body this way. This nigga don't weigh more than 50 kilograms.
If this is a brown, even more so, this is 4'5" brown brasa. That's the last one. 4'5" brown brasa coming down this alleyway. There's no other exits. There's only this way and that way. But G, you're gonna go that way.
You're dipping. You're turning around and starting a light jog.
ASM as well. ASM, you're gonna fucking run that way because they're gonna come at you with threat. You know what I mean?
And I don't know what he needs, bro.
He needs bravery. He needs to. You see, he relies too much on players around him. His game style relies too much of like cute little 1-2s. He's good at that. But what happens when you are isolated? I need ISO 1-on-1 if you can play on an island, basically.
Take your man on.
Yeah, take your man on. Be able to take maybe 2 men. That's a lot. That's asking a lot. But like, for example, like with Hazard, you just knew if Hazard was on an island, you could make some shit happen.
The island was possibly the worst place in the world for you to find Eden Hazard.
Yes,
you
bro.
try to have people around Hazard so he's not on an island. Because if he's on an island, he's not going to skin 4 of your
Yes, he's going to skin 4 of your niggas. And I think Sancho has that ability, but yet he doesn't have the mentality to like kind of execute that. And the minute you don't have bravery to do it all the time, when you need to do it, it's not going to come off.
It's not going to come off.
Yeah, it's not going to come off. Yeah, it's not going to come off, 100%.
And I feel like at the moment, you're in such a bad situation in terms of the right wing position. Because your wingers on your team are supposed to be your most unpredictable players.
Yeah.
But even your left wing, you know exactly what you're going to get. So I was watching the Newcastle game, and I remember there's a sticky where Anthony's being down, like on the right. And I'm busy shouting at Dan Burn, he's going to cut inside. He's going to cut inside. He's going to cut inside. Anthony, what does Anthony do? He cuts inside. I think it's a tame shot, or the shot goes wide. But I just remember every time Anthony got the ball, I was like, he's going to cut inside. He's going to cut inside. Every time Sancho gets the ball, I'm like, Sancho's going to play the pass back. He's going to cut back. Everything he's doing is a lie. All these step overs he's doing is a lie. Because like a stage, he got to kind of the edge of the ball and they brought the ball. I'm like, I knew that's going to happen.
And we don't actually have the wingers that can take anyone to the byline.
No one.
None of our wingers can do that.
Rashford doesn't take nobody.
Nobody wants to do that. I think Rashford out of all of them is our most impactful winger because he can kind of play winger and kind of striker. He's a big threat. But in terms of like Sancho and Anthony just does one thing. He does it well, but he only does one thing.
Yeah,
he's very one-dimensional. Sancho is not brave enough. Sancho just doesn't. Even Anthony has more offensive output than Sancho has. You know what I mean? And we don't really have that player like, for example, like a Saka or Trossard that can like, oh, you might be coming inside, or you might be going to the byline and putting in a dangerous ball. And going to the byline is the easiest option.
I don't feel like it's fair to compare anyone to Saka. Saka is the best right wing in the league. It's just not fair. Saka you saw in that goal. There was 5 niggas around him, blood. But he made a move.
It's not necessarily about comparing to Saka. It's more about comparing to the basics of what a winger should do.
Yes.
There are 2 things. You have 2 jobs on the field. 2 main offensive jobs. You could either cut inside or cross and shoot. Or you could go to the byline in some situations, shoot or cut it back. You have 2 roles. If you are now, it's like Steph Curry. If Steph Curry decided to never ever attack the rim and he just shot threes, he wouldn't be the same player.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And the crazy thing is, no, Steph Curry is the best 3-point shooter of our generation. But Steph Curry is also one of the best inside guards I have seen in my life.
And that's the thing. You can use your strength.
Outrageous inside.
You can use your strength, no? And strengthen your weaknesses like that. Because if, like for example, if everyone knows you want to cut inside and hit that curler, now you know taking them to the byline is always a good option because that's not what they're going to be prepared for.
Yes.
So, in my opinion, go to the byline more than you take that shot.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Go to the byline. So when you take that shot, you have a better chance. But like these niggas are out here, they don't really like, you know what I mean?
Because like I'm saying, even now with Sancho, no, it's the Anthony situation, but worse.
Yeah.
So I know he's gonna run. It's a lie. He's not gonna do shit, blood. He's gonna pass this ball back. And you know what Sancho's like? Sancho's like that nigga at school that just had the biggest big sometimes, blood. I'm gonna that fucking tiny little midget man that just wants to fight everyone, blood. But he's constantly being held back. Yeah. You never see this man fight. After school, when you're supposed to meet at the gate, this nigga jumped over the railway. He jumped over the train tracks at the back, blood. He's running to Indabeni station now, blood.
He runs to make the face up and he makes it. Because that's what Sancho does. He makes that face up and then he either passes back or he'll make a pass. He'll still do a dead stop and then he'll do something with his feet.
Yeah.
And then maybe pause or maybe go back. And like, and the thing is with Saka has a really good like cut inside and shoot. He has a really good one. But most of the time he takes him to the byline.
No,
most of the time.
He comes inside so rarely. Yeah. It's
and when
outrageous.
he does, there's value there.
Yeah.
There's value there. He's gonna score. Something's gonna happen.
I would even say the ratio is 90-10. That's the ratio we're talking about. 90% he goes onto his right foot and puts in a ball. 10% of the time he cuts in and he shoots.
Yeah.
He very when Saka scores his goals, he gets the ball on the wide right. In the box, he'll shift it onto his left maybe, but he bangs him in on his right also. But if he's on the edge of the box and like facing his man up, he always takes him outside. Yeah. Always takes him outside. It's almost a guarantee he's gonna go outside now and get the ball in.
And I don't understand why is nobody on the coaching staff or coaching team just saying that to Anthony and to Sancho. Like you only really need to do that. You only really need to always be a threat going to the byline, and sometimes you can come inside and shoot. Do you know what I mean? It's as simple as that. It's not fucking geometric.
This isn't the Dutch league.
This isn't the Dutch league. You know what I mean?
Focus up.
You just need to do two things in that row, and you're not fulfilling. You're not fulfilling.
Yeah, you're not playing your part. Look, blood. But what your next game is now? I think it's midweek. I think you're playing midweek against Brentford on Wednesday night.
Oh yeah.
Wednesday
night. I love that. Wednesday night game.
Crank team.
Makes me happy.
Next week Europa League for you. Yeah. But look, I don't know what else to say, dog. You said dog shit. Newcastle played use of the Park. St. James is a horrible place to go. I must still go there. That's why I'm not trying to talk too much shit. You know, I still want to talk shit, but not too much. Chelsea 11th.
Chelsea are some mad.
Chelsea haven't even hit 40 points yet, blood. Yeah, Chelsea's a joke thing.
But I'm happy that we don't have to worry about Chelsea nor Liverpool.
Yeah.
Like that's Gucci.
No, Liverpool, no, considering Liverpool is 5 points behind you. 5 points.
No, bro.
8 points behind you.
What is 8 points? No,
yeah, 42,
8 points,
50. Yeah. That's a distance City are behind us, blood.
No, that's fucked. That's 8 points. It's fucked, man. Look, and you know it's fucked up, no? If you guys were switched and you guys were second, you guys were 8 points behind City, they'd be saying the league is done.
Yeah, the league is done.
Yeah. Just because it's City and we've seen City do it before.
Yeah, but look, we'll talk about that in the Arsenal video. For now, I think it's been good, guys. Let us know your opinion on the whole United buzz.
Yeah, we're doing separate videos on United and City. And no, maybe not even City.
No, it's just Arsenal. Let's go United and Arsenal at first. You know, just